ओम श्री गुरुजी महादेव की जय। देवादिदेव देवेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री नारायण भगवान की जय। हिंदू धर्म सम्राट परमहंस स्वामी श्री माधवानंद गुरुजी सतगुरुदेव भगवान की जय। विश्व गुरु महामंडलेश्वर परमहंस स्वामी श्री महेश्वरानंद गुरुजी विराज की जय। Salutations to the cosmic self. Salutations to Srila Guruji Satguru Parampara. My Dandavat Pranam to our beloved Gurudev, His Holiness Vishwaguru Mahamandaleshwar Paramahansa Swami Sri Maheshwaranand Guruji Satgurudev. Today is a very divine and very special day for all of us, as today is His Holiness Sri Mahaprabhuji's Mahasamadhi day as per to the sun calendar, as per to the date system. First, I will a little bit share what we heard from our beloved Gurudev Vishwaguruji about the lifestyle of Holy Guruji, how he was living, how he spent his time in the presence of Sri Mahaprabhuji. As we all know, Mahaprabhuji's ashram, there are many ashrams of yoga and they left, but Sri Mahaprabhuji's ashram, where he used to reside and where he used to spend most of his time, where he used to do his tapasya, where he used to meet the people for the convenience of the bhaktas. The Guru is always there for the bhaktas. Jaha bhakt va Bhagwan hai, where the bhakt is there, where there the Bhagwan is there. So the Sri Mahaprabhuji's ashram was Devdugri Sannyas ashram, which is also known as Dhuna. But for the convenience of the people, for the convenience of the villages, of the Katu people, he stayed in the ashram, which we all know as Bagiji, in the village. So there, Holy Guruji was always in the presence of Mahaprabhuji doing his seva, and Holy Guruji used to say that his day used to start at 3 or 3:30 early morning by getting up and being with Mahaprabhuji. There used to be that banyan tree, which we all have had darshan of, and a small room, and a smaller room next to it for a kitchen. So a job of a sevak is non-stop. A job of a sadhu, of a sannyasi is non-stop. 24/7. Guruji used to tell Swamiji that it's that we can't just, even if we are tired, even if we want to relax and we want to take a break and rest for a bit, but if someone comes, Atiti Devo Bhava, which means the guests are like God. Even if the guests come in the ashram in the middle of the night, Holy Guruji had to get up and go and welcome them, go and offer them food, chai, water, place to sleep, or whatever. So it was a non-stop seva, non-stop duty. Seva dharma is the greatest dharma of all dharmas. That's what we all are doing here. Seva, the service of the parampara, the service, the seva to Gurudev, karma yoga, what we are all doing here. Seva dharma is the greatest dharma. So that was how Holy Guruji grew in his spiritual path, grew by doing seva of Sri Mahaprabhuji. Morning 3:30 waking up, singing bhajans, singing kirtans for Mahaprabhuji while he does his sadhana. And then after that, Mahaprabhuji used to come out there. At that time, there was not bathrooms and showers as we have, fancy showers and standing under it. That time was very simple living. So outside in the open yard, Mahaprabhuji used to sit on a slab, on a stone, and Holy Guruji used to shower him with water and rubbing his body. And Holy Guruji said that was one of the most beautiful experiences of his life. He felt the energy, the aura of Sri Mahaprabhuji coming into him while doing seva. Then after giving him a shower, then Holy Guruji never had a break, Mahaprabhuji said, okay, done showering, put on new clothes, we do arati. Then Then they did puja arti. Holy Guruji sang arti to Mahaprabhuji, did his charan puja. And after that, chop chop, let's go. Mahaprabhuji says, Guruji, do jhadu. Jhadu of the whole 10,000 square feet of ashram, which is in Khatu, the whole ashram, sweeping. And Holy Guruji told Swamiji that, Maheshwarananji, Swamiji, my back was hurting like anything. I had back pain from bending down and sweeping the whole ashram. But no. Guru Agya Avicharaniya. The Shastra says if the Guru gives you Upadesha Agya, if the Guru gives you some instructions to follow, you don't question it. You do it. So Holy Guruji, without questioning anything, he continued sweeping. Then someone came, feeding them, making chai, bringing them to Mahaprabhuji. Non-stop, going on and on and on. And then in the middle of the night, Holy Guruji is half asleep, going to sleep. And Mahaprabhuji said, here, this letter, I got this letter, can you read this letter to me? Holy Guruji didn't have the guts to tell Mahaprabhuji, why do you need in the middle of the night? We will read it in the morning. No. Whenever Mahaprabhuji in the middle of the night, he says, read me this, Guruji had to wake up and read. So, life is tough, but it is full of love. For us, it is I would say it is very well going and very easy with Vishwa Guruji, even though he has his way of sometimes explaining us things in the Guru Vakya. But Holy Guruji said it was much more tough with Mahaprabhuji, and even Vishwa Guruji always tells us how he was in seva of Holy Guruji and how it was tough. You get one slap on your cheek, and that slap is ashirvad with love. When a Guru gives you any type of prasad, it can be a sweet, it can be a slap, or it can be danda. Any type of prasad is a prasad. There is something which is given from him to you when he does that. It is said when you want to give a shape to a metal thing, then you have to heat it up in a hot thing and then hammer it and give it a shape. So in the same way, Guru shapes us in that way. There are different ways to shape us. We all are different in our own ways. Now imagine how much is on the Guru to fix all of our screws, which are loose in all of us. So that is a hard job for a Guru. But still, he copes with us. And that's why we should be grateful in his lotus feet that he gave us place in his ashram and his lotus feet and made us his disciples to fix all our screws. So it was hard for Holy Guruji to be in Mahaprabhuji's seva, but he still stayed, he survived and he stayed, and that was all because he had pure love and devotion towards Sri Mahaprabhuji. True Guru Bhakti. It's very rare to find true Guru Bhakti and true sevaks everywhere. Out of thousands or millions, maybe one or two are great Guru Bhaktas who are completely devoted towards your Sri Gurudev without any expectations, without anything. So that was one who was Holy Guruji for Mahaprabhuji and Swamiji for Holy Guruji. True Guru Bhakti is very rare to find, but once you have the Guru Bhakti, then Guru Kripahi Kevalam Shishya Jnananda Mangal. When you have Guru Bhakti, when you have the true dedication towards your Sri Gurudev, then nothing can stop you. His Ashirvad will always be there on you. We all have read this beautiful book, Sri Leelamrit, written by Holy Guruji, of the beautiful stories and the beautiful journey of him with Sri Mahaprabhuji. So I will read one chapter of this book. It's in Hindi, so I will read it and then translate it in English for you. That also the Indian people who are seeing and who are listening, they can also understand what this story is about, and all of us. The chapter was named Mahasamadhi se pehle ki Suchna. which means the note or the story of the Mahasamadhi, or right before the Mahasamadhi of Sri Mahaprabhuji. March सन 1986 means on the March of 1963 साबरमती आश्रम में श्री महाप्रभु जी का मुझे एक कृपा पत्र मिला, जिसमें एक खादी की चद्दर लेकर मुझे अपने पास जल्दी ही बुलाया था. Indian summers, March. So in March in 1963, Holy Guruji was residing in his ashram in Sabarmati, which is in Gujarat. And at that time he got one beautiful note, a beautiful letter from Sri Mahaprabhuji on his name. And in that letter it was written that bring a khadi shawl. Khadi is a type of a material, or type of cloth, a brand in India. So Sri Mahaprabhuji instructed Holy Guruji to buy a khadi shawl and come as soon as possible to him in Khatu. इस पत्र के समाचार ने मुझे आश्चर्य में डाल दिया, क्योंकि श्री महाप्रभु जी ने कभी भी किसी चीज के लिए मुझे नहीं कहा था. This letter brought me into surprise. I was surprised by reading this letter because Sri Mahaprabhuji never asked me to bring anything to him. He never asked, like, bring me something, I want this, I want that. No. He never said I need anything. So this surprised me a bit that Mahaprabhuji wrote me a letter to bring a khadi shawl and come at once. मैं सोचने लगा कि श्री महाप्रभु जी ने आज खादी की चद्दर मंगवाने की कृपा मुझ पर कैसे की. I was wondering how did Sri Mahaprabhuji did this divine kripa on me, gave me this opportunity, gave me this adesh, this agya, this guru agya to bring this shawl to him. यह सोचकर मैं अपने भक्त डॉक्टर A.N.D. भट्ट के पास गया. उनसे मिलने के पश्चात मैंने उनको श्री महाप्रभु जी की कृपा पत्र को भी दिखलाया. Thinking this, I went to one of my bhaktas, Sri Dr. N.D. Bhatt, and I went to him and I showed him this letter which I received from Mahaprabhuji. And showing this letter, Dr. Saab read that letter and his heart, he was feeling through his heart and the emotions came. And he said, यह खादी की चद्दर की सेवा तो मुझे ही करने का सौभाग्य होना चाहिए. तब मैंने उनसे कहा, जैसी आपकी इच्छा. Then the doctor said, this divine duty, this divine seva, this divine agya of buying this khadi shawl, I would like the opportunity to do this. Please give me the blessings to do this. And Holy Guruji said, जैसे आपकी इच्छा, which means as you wish. If you wish to buy it, please do. उसी समय डॉक्टर भट्ट ने एक उत्तम किस्म की खादी की थार मंगवा लिया और मेरे साथ खाटू चलने के लिए तैयार हो गए. इसके पश्चात हम दोनों श्री महाप्रभु जी के चरणों में खाटू पहुंचे. श्री महाप्रभु जी को साष्टांग प्रणाम कर हम दोनों ने उस खादी की चद्दर को भेंट कर श्री महाप्रभु जी के पास उन्हीं की आज्ञा पाकर बैठ गए. At that immediate moment, the Dr. Bhatt bought a nice, expensive khadi shawl. For not only a shawl, he bought a whole than. A whole than means a whole roll of material, which is I think 25 meters or something. A whole roll of material of khadi to bring to Mahaprabhuji. And then Dr. Bhatt and Holy Guruji, they both proceeded to Khatu, and they arrived at ashram, and by getting the adesh, by getting the orders to sit down, they sat in the lotus feet of Sri Mahaprabhuji. श्री महाप्रभु जी ने खादी की चद्दर को स्वीकार करने की अनुकंपा की और कहा, तुम दोनों ने बहुत अच्छा किया जो तुम यहाँ आ गए. Mahaprabhu ji accepted that material of khadi and he said blessings, and he said it is a great joy that you both came here today on this beautiful day. उसी दिन फाल्गुन शुक्ल पूर्णिमा का शुभ बेला में होली का पर्व था. On that day, it was Falgun Shukla Paksh Purnima, and it was a beautiful occasion of Holi. You know, the festivals of color, which is celebrated here in India and worldwide also. So that time it was a beautiful celebration of Holi going on. श्री सद्गुरु देव पूजा के बाद श्री महाप्रभु जी ने हमें पास बिठाकर अति उत्तम एवं अमूल्य उपदेश दिए. After Sadguru Aarti, after the morning Aarti prayers, Sri Mahaprabhu ji called us near him and gave us some beautiful nectar with the golden speeches, his great gyan he was giving us. दूसरे दिन प्रातः 8 बजे श्री महाप्रभु जी ने हमें अपने कमरे में बुलाया. उनकी आज्ञा पाकर हम उनके सेवा में हाजिर हुए. श्री महाप्रभु जी ने हमसे कहने लगे, माधवानंद, आज से 10 माह पश्चात पोष कृष्ण चतुर्थी दिन तदनुसार 5 दिसंबर 1906 को इस संसार रूपी सराय को छोड़ दूंगा. The next day, early morning at 8 o'clock, Sri Mahaprabhu ji called us to his room, and after receiving his agya, his blessings to sit down, we sat in his lotus feet. And Sri Mahaprabhu ji said, Madhavanand ji, from today, 10 months after 10 months from today's date, on Posha Krishna Paksh Chaturthi, on the 4th day after the Purnima, date 5th December 1963, I will leave this mortal world. I will leave the sansara. यदि कुछ इच्छा हो तो कहो, कुछ मांगना हो तो मांग सकते हो. बाद में तुम यह मत कहना कि परम धाम जाने से पहले हमसे कुछ भी नहीं कहा या कुछ भी नहीं दिया. If you have any wishes, if you want any boons, if you would like anything, please ask me, that later you don't say that after leaving your mortal body you didn't give us anything or you didn't bless us. So if you would have any wishes, if you want something, ask me now. तब मैंने हाथ जोड़कर यही प्रार्थना की कि हे प्रभु, बहुत वर्षों से मेरी यह इच्छा थी कि आपके सुयशम पवित्र लीलामृत को छपवाने की आज्ञा प्रदान करें. तब परम कृपा के सागर ने मेरी तरफ अमृतमय दृष्टि देकर मधुर मुस्कुराहट के साथ कहा, तथास्तु. Then I folded both of my hands and prayed to him, Hey Prabhu, Almighty God, Mahaprabhuji, it was my wish to print this beautiful book, Lila Amrit, by your blessings, so I would like your blessings to print this book. And then he gazed with his divine eyes, with his blessed eyes towards me, and he said, Tathastu, which means, so be it. यह शब्द सुनते ही मुझे अति हर्ष एवं अवर्णनीय आनंद प्राप्त हुआ. मानव की निर्धन की अपार धनराशि प्राप्त हो गई. फिर श्री महाप्रभु जी ने अपने परम धाम पधारने की बात बताई. श्री गुरुदेव की इस बात पर मैंने अज्ञानतावश ध्यान नहीं दिया. श्री महाप्रभु जी ने मुझे 2-4 बार कहा था, किंतु मैंने भी नहीं बोला. मैंने तो केवल इतना ही उनसे निवेदन किया कि हे प्रभु, आपकी मनोहर मूर्ति सदा ही इस दुनिया में अखंड रहे. After listening these divine words of Tathastu, so be it, again Sri Mahaprabhuji started telling about his passing, about his leaving this mortal world. And he told a few times, but I ignored that and I didn't want to listen to it. And I just said, by agyan, by not knowing, I just said, Gurudev, may your Jyoti, may your body be with us in this world forever and ever. हम भक्तगण मनोहर सगुण स्वरूप के चरण कमलों को निखर कर ब्रह्मानंद परम आनंद प्राप्त करते हैं. आपके द्वारा हजारों भक्तों का उद्धार होगा. By your bodily figure, by your swarup, by having darshan of your lotus feet, we become one with Ananda, and you bless thousands and thousands of your bhaktas. आपसे अनेक दुखी जीव दुखों को छुटकारा पाएंगे. विश्व का परम सौभाग्य है जो आप जैसी ईश्वरीय विभूति अवतार लिए हैं. It is the great pleasure and the blessings for all of us that you took avatar in this world, and you, all the dukhyaris, all the people who are full of sadness and agony, they all come to you and you take away all their problems. Hey Mahaprabhuji, aap anatho ke nath hai. Oh Mahaprabhuji, you are the Lord of all the orphans.
इतना कहते कहते मेरा हृदय भर आया, नेत्रों में अश्रुधार बहने लगी तथा कंठ अविरुद्ध हो गया.
Just by saying this, tears came into my eyes and my throat got stuck and I couldn't speak more than that.
मैं श्री महाप्रभु जी के चरणों में गिर गया. I fell to his lotus feet. तब उन्होंने मेरे सिर पर अपना हस्त कमल रखा और कहा, बेटा, मैं सत्य स्वरूप की ज्योति अखंड है, वह तेरे साथ है. वह ज्योति सर्वत्र रक्षा करेगी तेरा तथा तुझ पर अखंड पहरा रहेगा. Then Sri Mahaprabhuji put his lotus hand on my head and he said, बेटा, मैं सत्य स्वरूप की ज्योति अखंड है. My सत्य स्वरूप, my ज्योति is always अखंड. It will always, it's everlasting. It will always be there and it will always be with you. वह ज्योति सर्वत्र रक्षा करेगी. That ज्योति, that beautiful light will always bless you, or it will always protect you, and it will always be, that light will always be everlasting on you. तू जो कुछ भी चाहेगा वही पूर्ण करूंगा, लेकिन अज्ञानतावश तू मेरे ब्रह्मलीन होने की बात सत्य नहीं मान रहा. मैं सच कहता हूँ, मेरी बात पर विश्वास करो माधव, अब मैं अवश्य ही चला जाऊंगा. तू जो भी चाहेगा वही पूर्ण करूंगा. Whatever you wish for, I will fulfill your wishes. But with your ajnana, without knowing, don't take this as a joke. This is the truth. I am telling you the truth. I am going to leave this bodily form, and please trust me, O Madhavananji. Please believe me. I am going to leave. मैंने श्री महाप्रभु जी के कथन को की सुनी अनसुनी करते हुए उनके दीर्घायु होने की प्रार्थना करता रहा. उन्होंने मुझे एक दो बार आज्ञा प्रदान की, परंतु मैं उनका पालन नहीं कर पाया. आज भी जब मैं अंतिम आज्ञा का स्मरण करता हूँ तो पछताकर मैं दुखी होता हूँ. उस समय पश्चात मैं डॉक्टर भट्ट से पुनः अहमदाबाद लौट गया.
Not listening to Mahaprabhuji was my biggest mistake. I was always praying for his long health and always for his long living. I was always praying for that, and I didn't listen to what he said about him passing. And after this conversation, me and Dr. Bhatt, we both left back to Ahmedabad.
मैं तो सदैव यही आशा करता था कि श्री महाप्रभु जी की मनोहर मूर्ति को देखते देखते मैं उनके चरण रज में समा जाऊंगा. प्राणनाथ श्री महाप्रभु जी के समाधिस्थ होने की खबर मैं आपके कानों में नहीं सुनाना चाहता, पर भविष्य में पेट में कुछ उल्टा ही था.
Me thinking about this, me remembering this story, me remembering this time of Sri Mahaprabhuji taking Samadhi was always hurting me, but the future was holding something else, and I would like to share this with you. Holy Guruji said.
कुछ समय पश्चात राजस्थान के सेवकों के आग्रह में मैं राजस्थान आया. वहाँ पर रानी गांव जिला पाली की पहाड़ी में निर्मित श्री धर्म नारायण जी भूतपूर्व दीवान जोधपुर राज्य के पहाड़ी किले पर ठहरा.
After some time, on the callings of the Rajasthan Bhaktas, I came to Rajasthan in the village of Rani, district Pali, where I was staying in a house of Sri Dharam Narayan ji, who was the Diwan of Jodhpur Rajya of Jodhpur province, on a hill. And then I was staying in the mansion in the hill. And Shri V and Kak Jaipur wale dekh rekh ke liye mere prabandh karwa diye. Kak Sahab from Jaipur did all the necessary arrangements for my stay there.
वहाँ पर सत्संग में आसपास के ग्रामीण लोग प्रतिदिन आते रहते थे. उस दिन श्री महाप्रभु जी श्री देव डूंगरी संन्यास आश्रम पर विराजते थे.
The neighboring villages and the people from that village used to come for the evening satsangs to Rani, to where I was staying. And in those days, Sri Mahaprabhuji used to stay in Sri Dev Dugri Sannyas Ashram.
ऐसे तो परम कृपानाथ भगवान श्री दीप नारायण महाप्रभु जी ने सभी भक्तों को 2 वर्ष पूर्व ही कहना प्रारंभ कर दिया था कि मैं अब इस संसार रूपी सराय को छोड़ दूंगा. श्री गुरुदेव की इस बात पर किसी ने भी विश्वास नहीं किया था. कारण यह था कि कोई भी भक्त यह कल्पना भी नहीं कर सकता था कि श्री महाप्रभु जी हमें छोड़ जाएंगे.
Sri Mahaprabhuji used to say for the past 2 years that I will be leaving this mortal world.
But no one believed Sri Mahaprabhuji, Sri Gurudev, because the bhaktas could never imagine that Mahaprabhuji would leave us. एक वर्ष पहले पुनः सभी भक्तों को महासमाधि के संबंध में श्री महाप्रभु जी ने संकेत दिया था, किंतु उन पर भी किसी भक्तों ने ध्यान नहीं दिया। 6 महीने पहले फिर श्री महाप्रभु जी ने सभी को कहा, तुम लोग मानते ही नहीं हो तुरंत, परंतु यह सच है कि मैं अब शीघ्र ही तुमसे बिछुड़ जाऊंगा। 1 year prior also Sri Mahaprabhuji reminded all the bhaktas that I will go into Mahasamadhi soon, but still the bhaktas did not believe. And 6 months prior to his Mahasamadhi, Sri Mahaprabhuji called everyone and told that you all don't believe me, but really I am going to leave all of you soon. यही नहीं परमधाम पधारने से 2 महीने पूर्व अपने भक्तजनों को बुलाकर अपने समाधि स्थल को बताते हुए महाप्रभु जी ने कहा कि इस जगह मेरी समाधि बनाना। 2 months prior, he called his bhaktas and he showed them the place and said, this is where I want my samadhi to be, make my samadhi here. श्री महाप्रभु जी ने 15 दिन पहले फिर सभी भक्तों को पत्र एवं तार द्वारा अपने समाधिस्थ होने की सूचना प्रदान की। श्री महाप्रभु जी 15 days prior to his samadhi, he informed all his bhaktas by letters and by the wire, saying that I will take Mahasamadhi in 15 days. इस समय गांव खाटू के ठाकुर साहब तथा माझी साहब जोधपुर गए हुए थे। श्री महाप्रभु जी ने समाधि लेने से 2 दिन पूर्व एक आदमी को भेजकर वहां से अचानक ही खाटू बुला दिया था। At that time, the Thakur Sahib, the Thakur, the main head of Khatu village, he and his wife were residing in Jodhpur, and 2 days prior, Sri Mahaprabhuji sent one man to Jodhpur to immediately call them back to Khatu. वहां पर हजारों भक्त दर्शनार्थ आए थे तथा और भी आ रहे थे। श्री महाप्रभु जी उनको विविध प्रकार से परम हितकारी उपदेश देते थे। हजारों भक्तगणों उस समय श्री महाप्रभु जी की सेवा में उपस्थित थे। वैद्य आशाराम जी ने विनम्र निवेदन किया कि हे महाप्रभु जी, मैं आज ही अपनी नौकरी पर जाना चाहता हूँ, आप मुझे आज्ञा प्रदान कीजिए। तब श्री महाप्रभु जी ने कहा कि आशाराम, मैं कल चला जाऊंगा, तुम यहीं पर ठहरो, कल मुझे पहुंचाकर चले जाना। Thousands and thousands of his bhaktas started coming to Khatu, and he was giving his beautiful nectar, beautiful speeches, beautiful satsangs to all the bhaktas. And one of his disciples, Vaidya, Dr. Asaramji, he prayed to Mahaprabhuji and said, Mahaprabhuji, I request you, I would like to go to my job, to my office to work today. Then Sri Mahaprabhuji said, I'm anyhow leaving tomorrow, so please don't go, please stay here. Stay in my presence, and tomorrow after I leave, then you can go. दिसंबर 5 को सवेरे 4 बजे मानसिक ध्यान में आसन पर बैठा और श्री महाप्रभु जी के दर्शन कर दंडवत प्रणाम कर प्रभु के पावन चरणों में मैंने हृदय लगाया और सिर लगाया। Before this there was one paragraph. आसाराम को विश्वास नहीं हो रहा था कि श्री महाप्रभु जी कल वास्तव में ही चले जाएंगे। सभी भक्तों ने यही सोच रहे थे कि परम कृपा सागर श्री महाप्रभु जी बहुत प्रसन्न चित्त तथा आनंद में हैं, वे कहीं नहीं जाएंगे, यह तो केवल उनकी लीला मात्र दिखा रहे हैं। ऐसा सोचकर श्री आसाराम जी नौकरी पर चले गए। Asaram ji didn't believe what Swamiji said, what Sri Mahaprabhuji said, and he just said, oh, this is his divine lila, one of his lilas. He's so healthy and he's full of joy and he's smiling, so he can't go anywhere tomorrow. So Asaram ji went to his job. Then on the 5th of December 1963, morning 4 o'clock, I was sitting in Dhyan. I was sitting on my asan and imagining Sri Mahaprabhuji and having his darshan in my meditation, and I did Dandvat Pranam, and Sri Mahaprabhuji put his lotus hands on my head, and with a divine smile he said, मुझे आज सत्यलोक जाना है, देखो तुम्हारे पीछे यह 4 दूत मुझे लेने आए हैं. Today is the day where I need to go to the Satyaloka. Look behind you, there are four doots, four messengers who came to take me. तब मैंने पीछे मुड़कर देखा तो 4 विष्णु जैसे दिखाई दिए। उन्होंने श्री महाप्रभु जी के साथ परिक्रमा लगाकर उनको दंडवत प्रणाम किया तथा हाथ जोड़कर श्री महाप्रभु जी से कहा, प्रभु सर्वलोक में आपके स्वागत की सुंदर तैयारियां हो गई है, सभी लोकों में उत्सव मनाया जा रहा है। Then Holy Guruji looked behind him and he saw 4 messengers in the form or who looked like Lord Vishnu, and they made 7 parikramas around Bhagwan Shri Narayan Mahaprabhuji and made Dandvat Pranam, and he said, all the lokas are waiting for your arrival, all are waiting with flowers to welcome you. आपके दर्शन की राह देख रहे हैं, वैकुंठ में तो नारद जी नाच रहे हैं. They are waiting for you, and in Vaikuntha Narad Muni is dancing for your arrival. अब प्रभु जल्दी प्रस्थान करिए, देर न करिए. Oh Lord, please now come with us and don't wait too long. तब मैंने मन में सोचा कि विष्णु तो एक ही है और यह 4 कहाँ से आ गए. तब अंतर्यामी श्री महाप्रभु जी ने कहा, यह विष्णु नहीं है, विष्णु के पार्षद है. विष्णु लोक में रहने वाले सभी विष्णु के समान लगते हैं, शिव लोक में रहने वाले सभी शिव स्वरूप रह जाते हैं, ब्रह्म लोक में रहने वाले ब्रह्मा के समान और इंद्र लोक में इंद्र के समान तथा देव लोक में देव के समान, सर्वलोक वहाँ के अधिपति समान होते हैं. Then I was wondering that how can these 4 messengers look as Lord Vishnu? There is only one Lord Vishnu. Then in my Antardhyana, Lord Mahaprabhuji, Shri Mahaprabhuji told me that the people who live in Vaikuntha, in Vishnu Lok, they look like Vishnu. The people who live in Shiva Lok, they have the Sarup of the form of Shiva. The people who live in Indra Lok have the Sarup of the Indra, and who live in Deva Lok, they have the form of Devtas. In all lokas, as the lok are Lok Devta, the people start looking as them. इतने में करोड़ सूर्य समान अति प्रकाशमय दिव्य सिंहासन आया, जिसमें हीरे माणक मोती आदि सुशोभित हो रहे थे. श्री महाप्रभु जी ने जैसे ही अपने स्वदेश जाने की तैयारी में हो, वैसे ही उस सिंहासन पर पार्षद सहित विराजमान हो गए. फिर वह सिंहासन वहां से ऊपर की और अंतरिक्ष की ओर तेजी से चलता हुआ दिखाई दिया. The Singhasan, the seat of Sri Mahaprabhuji which arrived there, which was embedded with the diamonds, with the pearls, with all the different types of ratnas, all the different types of jewels, which was shining as the prakash, the light was so strong, equivalent to thousands and millions of suns. And then Sri Mahaprabhuji sat on that Singhasan, and that Singhasan started going in a very high speed towards the Brahmaloka, towards the Antariksha, towards the Brahman. गंधर्व गान कर रहे थे, 4 वेद, 6 शास्त्र, श्रुति, स्मृति, छंद इत्यादि अनेक प्रकार से श्री महाप्रभु जी की महिमा गा रहे थे. All the Gandharvas were singing and dancing and reciting the all 4 Vedas, the 6 Shastras, the Shruti, the Smriti, all the Chandas, and all were singing the praises of Sri Mahaprabhuji. पंचतत्व अपना विविध रंगों में अपना नृत्य प्रदर्शन करते हैं. All 5 different elements were dancing in the praises of Sri Mahaprabhuji. फिर देवलोक आया, वहाँ विभिन्न प्रकार के नाच गानों के साथ स्वागत हुआ. Then Devaloka came, where he was welcomed by all different types of songs and dances. And then from there he went towards Indraloka, where देवराज इंद्र तथा धर्मराज आदि श्री महाप्रभु जी के दर्शन के लिए पूजा सामग्री लेके उपस्थित रहे थे. Then from there he proceeded towards Indraloka, where Devadev Indra and all the Dharmraj and Adi, all the others were holding the puja plate to do the puja of Sri Mahaprabhu ji. विष्णु लोक में तो स्वागत का कहना ही क्या था, स्वयं लक्ष्मी का इंतजाम था, सो नाना प्रकार के सजावट नृत्य गान अनूठा ही था. शिवलोक में, then from there they went to Vishnu Loka, where Lakshmi herself did all the arrangements for Sri Mahaprabhuji's welcoming. And then from there they proceeded towards Shiva Loka, where Shiva and Parvati were Shiva was doing Dandava dance. इस प्रकार सर्वलोक में नई नई रचनाएं देखते हुए सत्यलोक पहुंचे. Then from there, after welcoming everywhere, then he went towards सत्यलोक. वहां पर अनंत सूर्यों के समान चंद्र सूर्य के बिना निर्मल प्रकाश था. Then where in the Satyaloka, without being even the presence of the moon and the sun, the light was so bright as thousands of sun and moons. अमृत की वर्षा के समान आनंद था. सर्दी गर्मी सुख दुख का आभास नहीं था. महाप्रकाशमान बहुत सी ज्योतियां श्री महाप्रभु जी की परिक्रमा दे रही थी एवं केवल एक ही मधुर आवाज आ रही थी, ओम सत्य ब्रह्म श्री दीप परिपूर्ण नारायणाय नमः. Then after arriving there was no essence of heat or cold. There was no happiness or sadness. They could not feel anything, and there was hundreds and millions of jyotis, hundreds and different lights doing parikrama of Sri Mahaprabhuji, and there was only one sound resonating there, which was Om Satya Brahma Shri Deepa Paripurna Narayana. Sarvalok में भी यही आवाज गूंज रही थी. In all the different lokas, in all the different brahmandas, everywhere this same sound was resonating. मुझे मेरे शरीर का कोई भास नहीं रहा था, केवल साक्षी रूप में यह दृश्य ध्यान अवस्था में दिख रहा था. I didn't know, I couldn't feel my body, I couldn't feel anything, but I could just feel it within me inside my dhyana avastha. This all darshans I was having in my meditation, in my dhyana, in my morning dhyana sadhana which I was doing. इतने में मेरे ध्यान का दृश्य मिट गया. Suddenly this all disappeared and मैं पूजा कक्ष में ही बैठा था, and I found myself sitting in my puja room. मैंने सोचा कि सात्विक सत्य साधना से साधक को कई प्रकार के दिव्य दर्शन होते रहते हैं, मगर आज का दृश्य तो कुछ और ही था. उस दिन बार बार यही दृश्य स्मरण हो रहा था. I was sitting in my meditation posture and I suddenly got up and I saw that this was all not existing. I was sitting in my meditation, and every day different experiences can be experienced in our sadhanas, but this was something very different. And that's why the whole day I was just thinking of this experience, this darshan which I got in my meditation this morning. उस दिन श्री महाप्रभु जी बहुत प्रसन्न चित्त था, बड़े आनंद से आश्रम में विराजमान थे. वह ऐसे लोगों से मिल रहे थे जैसे कि वह ऐसे लग रहे थे कि कोई महान वीर पुरुष अपने शत्रुओं से जीत कर एवं विश्व को अपने अधिकार में लेने पर जिस प्रसन्नता से आनंद विभोर होकर स्वदेश लौटने की तैयारी कर रहे थे. That day, Sri Mahaprabhuji had that divine smile and that divine joy on his face, and he was residing in the ashram, and that joy was looking as some great veer, some great warrior won in his battle and was ready to go with full joy and the joyfulness back to his kingdom. That's how Sri Mahaprabhuji looked. उनके चेहरे पर आज अनूठा ही तेज था. There was a different ज्योति on his face. श्री महाप्रभु जी अपने मधुर मुस्कुराहट के साथ सबका मन जीत रहे थे. आप 135 वर्ष की आयु प्राप्त करने पर भी एक नौजवान की भांति स्फूर्ति युक्त व शक्तिशाली दिखलाई दे रहे थे. श्री महाप्रभु जी had the divine smile on his face, and he was winning all the hearts and the hearts of all his bhaktas. And he will reach the age of 135 years, but still he had the shakti of a young boy. पोष कृष्ण चतुर्थी तदनुसार 5 दिसंबर बुधवार को प्रातः काल बहुत ही आनंद पूर्वक सत्संग का आयोजन किया गया, और पोष कृष्ण पक्ष 4th चतुर्थी, date 5th December 1963, on Wednesday morning there was a beautiful satsang organized, and प्रभु ने अपने पावन हाथों से आज भोजन कराया. उस समय अति आनंद एवं ज्ञानामृत बरसता रहा. उस महा आनंद का वर्णन करना मेरी शक्ति में लेखनी में नहीं है. That day Sri Mahaprabhuji himself fed food, gave prasad to all of us, and that I can't express, that feelings I can't express with my saying or with my writing. ओम नमो श्री प्रभुदीप नारायण, इस महामंत्र की धुन भी कीर्तन के मध्य सुनाई दे रही थी. We could hear the कीर्तन of श्री नमो ओम नमो श्री प्रभुदीप नारायण. शाम को 5 बजने में 10 मिनट शेष रहे तभी श्री महाप्रभु जी ने सभी भक्तों को अपनी इच्छानुसार वर मांगने के लिए हेतु कहा. 10 minutes before 5 o'clock in the evening, Sri Mahaprabhuji told all of his bhaktas to ask for some boons, ask for some wish, ask for some blessings. उस समय प्रेम विलप भक्तों ने किसी के भी मुख से कोई भी शब्द नहीं निकला. सभी भक्तों ने एक ही स्वर में यही कहा था कि हे महाप्रभु जी, क्या हम सबको आप अनाथ कर रहे हैं. No one had any words which was coming out of their mouths. Everyone together just said, oh Mahaprabhuji, oh Gurudev, are you all going to make us orphans? इस पर श्री महाप्रभु जी ने उन सबको शुभाशीष के रूप में कहा, आप सब सदैव सनाथ हैं, मैं सदैव आप लोगों के साथ हूँ. Then Sri Mahaprabhuji with his divine words said, you will never be orphan, I am always with you. मेरी आत्मा अखंड अजर व अमर है, मानव देह की ये पंच महाभूत है, अतः इस देह को तो जाना ही होगा. ईश्वर का यही कानून है कि इस संसार रूपी सराय में जो आएगा वह एक न एक दिन तो अवश्य ही जाएगा. My Atma is akhand, is everlasting, is ajar, is always immortal, and this is how the worldly body works. Who comes has to go one day. कानून को कोई नहीं मिटा सकता. No one can erase the divine law. मुझ आप सदैव अपने पास ही जाने. You all should know that I am always within you, I am always with you. जो भक्तजन यहाँ पर नहीं आए हैं उनको भी मेरा दर्शन वहीं पर हो जाएगा जहाँ वहाँ होंगे. For all those bhaktas who are not present today here, all will have my darshan in their respective places where they all are present at that time. आप लोगों ने मुझसे कुछ नहीं पूछा, यह भी आपकी एक भूल है. You all didn't ask anything from me, and this is also a big mistake from all of you. कोई किसी का नहीं साच पकड़ बच जाए. समय बहुत खराब आ रहा है, ध्यान रखना. यह कहते ही 5 बजे ओम 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 उच्चारण कर एकदम श्री महाप्रभु जी ने अपने प्राण ब्रह्मरंध्रों में चढ़ा लिए. Exactly at 5 o'clock, after saying the satsang to all of them, he said that the time is not coming, not good time is coming, and all be careful. And at 5 o'clock, he chanted Om Om Om, and after reciting the Om Dhvani, he took his prana into Brahmarandha and he went into Mahasamadhi. उस समय सभी शिष्य तथा संत भक्तों ने देखा कि श्री महाप्रभु जी ने अपने नब्ज चली गई तथा उनके पार्थिव शरीर ठंडा हो गया. इतने पर भी उनके श्री मुखारविंद पर वही ब्रह्म तेज का भास हो रहा था. Then all the bhaktas who were present there, all the great saints, they all checked the veins of Sri Mahaprabhuji and they couldn't find any pulse. But for their surprise, they were all surprised that the tej, the glow on his face is still present, and it's like he's still there. यह लीला देखकर बड़े बड़े डॉक्टर लोग भी अचंभा करने लग गए थे. इस प्रकार की समाधि परम योगेश्वर ही कर पाते हैं. यह योग कला तो हमारी साइंस की परिधि से बाहर ही अमूल्य देन है. All the doctors who checked Sri Mahaprabhuji at that time were all surprised and astonished. Only this type of samadhis can be achieved by greater Siddha Mahayogis, and this is all not understandable by our science at this modern time. भक्तजनों ने श्री महाप्रभु जी के पार्थिव शरीर को दर्शनार्थ 24 घंटे तक उच्च आसन पर विराजमान कर दिया. उनके अंतिम दर्शन के लिए बाहर लोग हजारों की संख्या में आने लगे. वे आरती व पूजा करके अपने अश्रुओं को श्री महाप्रभु जी के श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित कर रहे थे. सभी यही कह रहे थे कि विधाता ने हमारा सर्वस्व लूट लिया, अब हम अनाथ हो गए हैं. हमारे परम सौभाग्य श्री महाप्रभु जी को ही हमसे छीन लिया. इससे अच्छा तो यही होता कि हम हमारे इष्ट देव से पहले ही चले जाते. Then all the bhaktas put Sri Mahaprabhuji's bodily figure on one high asan for darshan for the thousands and thousands of people who are coming for his darshan of his body, of his form. And for the next 24 hours, it was preserved, and all the bhaktas came and offered their tears and flowers to Sri Mahaprabhuji and prayed that it would be better. You, oh God, you made us all orphans. You took us, you took him away, and it would be better that you would take us before our Gurudev. इस प्रकार संपूर्ण भक्त समाज व्याकुल हो रहा था. उस स्थिति का वर्णन अवर्णनीय है. All the bhaktas were sad and upset, and this I cannot express now. सारे शिष्य तथा संत भक्त मंडल भव्य जुलूस में उनकी सवारी को समाधि स्थल तक ले गए. महात्माओं ने विधि विधान के अनुसार श्री महाप्रभु जी की समाधि दी. Then, with the whole glory, Sri Mahaprabhuji was taken in the rath, in the chariot, towards the Samadhi place which he had chosen, and with all the Brahmins and all the saints who were present there, with all the rituals, they gave the Samadhi to Sri Mahaprabhuji. विशेषतः उल्लेखनीय तथ्य यह है कि 24 घंटे तक श्री महाप्रभु जी के पार्थिव शरीर रखने पर भी शरीर न तो फूला न ही सख्त हुआ. The great part to be noted was that Sri Mahaprabhuji's body, even after 24 hours being seated at one place without the prana, it didn't become, the body didn't swell or it didn't get hard. It was as it was. श्री महाप्रभु जी की समाधि पर 17 दिन तक अखंड सत्संग व कीर्तन तथा भजनों का आयोजन किया गया. उसके बाद भारी सत्संग मेला व भंडारा हुआ जिसमें हजारों संत महात्माओं और भक्तजनों ने भाग लिया. In the Indian culture, for the normal families we have 12 days, but for Mahatmas, as we all know, we have 16 days. So for the next 16 days there was kirtans and bhajans and satsangs going on, and after the 16th day, on the 16th day, all the great Mahapurushs and all the bhaktas from all across the world or all across India came and had a great Bhandara there. श्री देव डूंगरी संन्यास आश्रम में श्री महाप्रभु जी ने अति सुंदर समाधि बनी हुई है, जिस पर संगमरमर की बहुत मनोहर छतरी भी बनी हुई है. वहाँ पर श्री महाप्रभु जी के चरण पादुकाएं का दर्शन तथा अर्चन करके हजारों भक्तजनों ने अपना मनोरथ सफल करते हैं. श्री महाप्रभु जी द्वारा महासमाधि लेने की सूचना बहुत ही भक्त समुदाय को दी गई. यह दुखद समाचार पाते ही समस्त भारत के विभिन्न स्थानों पर भक्त शोक सभाओं का आयोजन किया और श्री महाप्रभु जी को श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित की. In Dev Dungri Sannyas Ashram, Sri Mahaprabhuji's beautiful samadhi is still present there, where there's a beautiful marble Sangmarmar Chhatri Samadhi made, where his lotus Charan Padukaya are also there, where many bhaktas come with their wishes and make pranam, and their wishes are fulfilled. And after the news of the Mahasamadhi spread, all the bhaktas all across the place, all across India were saddened, and they organized satsangs in their own respective places. And this was the story of Sri Mahaprabhuji's departure. And Guru Bhakti Kevalam, that Guru Agya Avacharnya, and Guru Kripa Kevalam, Shashya Jnanam Mangalam. When you have Gurudev's Kripa, everything is possible. So Holy Guruji was doing seva of Sri Mahaprabhuji, and this all was his divine knowledge which is passed on to Srila Guruji's Adabit Parampara. Now let's sing a beautiful kirtan. Om Namo Prabhu Shri Narayanam Hama Sabada Sadata Sharanaparayanam. Om Namo Shri Narayanam Hama Sabada Sadata Sharanaparayanam. Om Namo Prabhu Shri Narayanam Hama Sabada Sadata Sharanaparayanam. Om Namo Prabhu Shri Sabada Sadata Sharanaparayanam. Om Namo Prabhu Shri Narayanam. Aham Sabada Sadata Sharanaparayanam. Om Namo Prabhu Shri Narayanam. Aham Sabada Sadata Sharanaparayanam. Om Namo Prabhu Shri Narayanam. Aham Sabada Sadata Sharanaparayanam. Om Shalaparji Siddhapit Parampara ki Jai. Om Shalaparji Maharaj ki Jai. Devadaditya Vishwanamadeva ki Jai. Shridip Narayan Bhagwan ki Jai. Hindu Dharma Samrat Paramahans Swami Sri Madhavanand Purji Sadgurudev Bhagwan ki Jai. Vishwa Guru Mahamandaleshwar Paramahans Swami Sri Maheshwaranand Purji Yogiraj ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye Har Har Mahadeva. Swasti Prajabhyam Paripalyantam Nyayena Margena Mahimahesha Go Brahmanebhyo Shumastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shantir Bhavatu.